Okay. All right.
And we'll know, the kids are telling us if we're on live.
I don't know. Tommy, we're live. What's going on?
Draft night.
This is huge, Tom.
Under the palm tree in Western New York, couldn't be any better.
It's about 30 degrees out, but we're doing all right.
Well, mid-40s, but who's counting?
Why do you always question everything I say?
Well, it's just part of the game,
yeah, what
right?
the hell? Hey, so there's a couple things here. Big thing for the Bills just now. 6th overall pick Giants, they went quarterback. There was some discussion whether or not they'd wait till 17. They didn't. That puts Josh Allen and Oliver in play.
Yeah.
And the tight end.
The big surprise with Oakland taking Farrell from Clemson.
Yeah.
That opens up a couple players that might fall down to us at 9.
Absolutely. In fact, that guy going, most people had him rated high teens or 20. Now, the guy could be great, but what that helps us is some of the guys we know the Bills were interested in.
Right. Now, what are we on now? We got Jacksonville up and then Detroit?
Jacksonville, Detroit, and us. Now,
Picks in for Jacksonville.
Okay, Jacksonville, I think we're looking at Hockenson. That's my guess. That their tight end got picked up by New England. And
well, the other pick could be the Florida kid, the Taylor, the offensive tackle. Jacksonville could surely use that.
Yeah, they could. That's true.
Tyrone an ex-lineman, you know, in Syracuse. He played there, and then he played with Dallas.
Okay, good going. This is a good rum of Coke, by the way. So, hey, what's better than this, you know?
Right, and if people can tell the palm tree we're sitting under, it just warms everything up.
It does.
About 25
I feel like I'm
degrees.
in Florida.
We want a special thanks to our intern Tia helping us tonight.
Yeah, Tia was very instrumental in us putting together our channel.
Yes,
Which we'll put this up tomorrow on our channel as well, but very instrumental because she had her own channel when she was a Disney intern. How about that?
So all you guys out there watching us too, right?
Right.
New York City, you know, and
well, Timmy Miller was the impetus for this. Timmy Miller said we got to go live for our fans. So
hopefully some of our soldiers are watching us overseas.
Yeah. I'm seeing. I can't read them, but I see some comments popping. So that's cool. So right now it's big. It's really big now where Tampa goes. I said yesterday, Tom, and I still believe this. I like the whole Hockenson idea. You know, the extra weapon and everything, good blocker. Get very nervous at 9 with a tight end. I think I'd feel much better with a speed rusher.
Josh Allen.
It's Josh Allen. Jacksonville. Josh Allen. Okay, that takes him away from the Bills. That hurts.
That is tough. That's a lot.
Now you got Hockenson, Oliver, or Williams, probably the... although Williams, I'm hearing more and more that he played right tackle. And God, I don't think we need that. If you're going to go 9, you need the left tackle.
Left tackle, and you're probably talking to the kid from Alabama then.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yeah.
Tim Miller says he loves you.
We weren't able to get a hold of our cabbie or our
the Uber driver?
Uber driver, but we do have. I ran into a fellow, a good old friend of mine. You probably remember Sammy down at the train terminal, the shoe shiner.
Oh, the shoe shiner. Yeah.
Where else do you go if you want information than a shoe shiner?
Now,
You know?
didn't you have? You was doing your Crocs that day,
Well,
but it went right through, didn't it? It
Right.
hit your white socks.
Well, here's the thing too. You know how the shoe shiners are. You sit down, you kind of say, "Hey, what do you think about the draft coming up?"
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no nothing. Show them that 20, they start spelling. Cost
20
me 20,
bucks.
and Sammy said, "Just might give me a call." So
Okay.
I got the landline here, and he was shining some shoes. You know, a lot of people coming in and out of town on Amtrak,
Oh, absolutely.
and you just never know whose shoes he might shine.
Well, the old train terminal is actually torn. They don't use it. Oh, you're talking about the pew?
The Pew train.
The shack?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Pew shack.
The shack, yeah.
Where I almost fell off the train. That's another story.
That is maybe for one of our futures.
Right.
That's kind of a classic.
I don't know why they can't all be level. I don't know who designed this stuff.
Where's your rum and Coke? That's what I want to know.
It's in. I left it in the back room in
Oh,
the
no.
makeup. So, anyways, we can read your comments on the bottom of the screen.
I can't see him. It's too far away.
No.
Yeah, I think at this point, Detroit might take Hockenson because Detroit, you know, they gave up on Ebron. He went on to have a good year in Indy, but they're a little weak at tight end now. Then again, you got Oliver there. This is going to be tough, but whatever's left, we talked yesterday in our show, you've got 3 or 4 guys the Bills like here. So if you may want to drop to 13 and let Miami get up there, get their quarterback and then pick up a second.
Well, you know, if you listen to local sports guys, they say the smartest teams do that. But,
that guy?
I'm thinking staying at 9 and Kind of like that Montez Sweat. Now they're saying this
Well,
could be
as long as his heart's worked out with the Sabre doctors, that guy is he's a game changer. No question about
Bills
it.
doctors too, but it's one Buffalo.
Right.
The
course.
Sabres doctors could take a look.
Of course, my doctor was a Bills doctor, and I still can't walk. But that's another story.
Well, at least Godfrey's gone because we knew he was the butcher of East Buffalo there. The Sabre doctors, though, aren't very good with hips, from what I understand.
True, true.
And that's kind of what you had done, so you might want to stay with the Bills doctors.
Now, by the way, I read something this morning, and people keep texting me. It's got to stop because we're getting like bottle caps. I read something this morning that the Bills were the second worst team in drafting #1 picks since 2000 to 2015 that became an All-Pro. One guy, okay? Washington was the only team with less. They had 0. One guy. Guess who was first? The New England Patriots with 10. Yay. But we had one guy that made, now not the Pro Bowl, but All-Pro from AP.
Right.
Can anybody guess who that is?
I'm not sure. From 2001?
2000 to 2015.
Geez, I don't know. One of our corners?
No. No.
No, I don't know.
Well,
Picks in for Detroit.
we just got rid of him a couple years ago to Jacksonville.
Darius?
Marcel Darius.
Marcel Darius.
The only All-Pro was 2004. And what it shows me is, and what we've talked about on our shows, is just the huge, huge misses under some of these clown GMs we've had. I feel much better about this regime and what they do.
I still think too with the all pros and stuff, the winning teams always get more selections anyway, even though that's the writers, you know. And I'm not going to argue with that statistic too much, but
somebody's going to call in soon or make a comment because I use clown a lot.
I
got to calm that down. Okay.
We'll keep away from the clown. I guess the pick is in for
Detroit,
which would put us on the clock.
And don't be surprised if we see a trade by the Bills. I think at this point they've got plenty of guys left that they like. They got a couple offensive tackles. They're going to have one guy between Sweat, Hawkinson, and Oliver. So now you're starting to talk. You know, you drop 4 picks, you're going to get your guy, maybe pick up a second or third.
Who's the trade partner then? Miami?
I think Miami, because there was talk about, well, Washington in 15. I would not feel comfortable going down to Washington in 15.
Well, here's the thing with Washington. Rumors were that they put in an inquiry for Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen.
And now with the Giants drafting Jones, that kind of leaves Washington as the only player there.
That's a good point.
But Miami could also be involved in that.
Well, that's true. And the one thing I don't like, though, is, as I said, 15 scares me. Now we're dropping 6. Well, you know, and we don't know. Their draft from on their draft board, the Bills may have guys we're not even talking about. As, you know, they're thrilled to get it at 9 or 15.
Everybody's board's different, Wayne. There's 32 different #1 picks probably because the boards are all so different.
Yeah, what is a board? Is it like a grease board?
I don't know if it's I'm thinking it's a grease board because then they just come in and they erase.
Okay.
But I know a lot of it is very secret. I used to know one of the guys in housekeeping at the stadium got himself in a little trouble a few years ago when he saw Maven's name and he's no longer working for the Bills. So he resigned himself.
Immediately, yeah. Well, as I said yesterday.
He actually washed the name off the board himself.
As you know, as I said yesterday, one of the worst picks ever. Complete 7-game.
Well, what do you think the Lions do here?
T.J. Hawkinson.
It's Hawkinson.
It's the tight end like we thought.
We thought Ebron.
The Bills are on the clock, and I have not heard from Sam.
Sam's got a call. Is somebody going to call him? Somebody's got to call him. So
I don't have his number. He's a shoe shiner.
You got Sweat. You got Taylor in OT. You got Williams in OT. I don't like Metcalf at 9.
Oh,
there it is.
That might be.
Okay.
Hello. This is it. This is Sam.
He's got Sam on.
I think my dad's just standing up because he's worried.
Sam?
Okay, thank you, Sam.
What's he thinking?
He kept telling me something about Oreo. Oreo. Now the only thing I can think of is someone in one of the prospects has a horse that he calls Oreo.
Oh, well, I hope you know that because I don't.
I do. I've done some research. He also has a bobblehead out there with him and his horse.
Really?
And that would be our Houston Ed Oliver.
Eddie Oliver.
That's what the shoe shiner told me. He's never wrong.
Well, I gotta say, Tommy, since I didn't know about the horse thing, I gotta go with you and the shoe shine boy.
I'm telling you, I wrecked a good pair of Crocs.
Shoe shine man.
He's
Son of a boy.
he bust his butt. But if you guys see him at this station, throw him a buck or a 5 or something. Wrecked a good pair of Crocs, but it was worth the.
Well, the Crocs are fine. It's the white
walk
socks
over.
that were through them.
Well, he didn't give me a chance to take them off, but these guys, they work quick.
They do. They do.
So we're just waiting now. I believe the pick is in.
I think.
Telling me?
I got to tell you, Oliver being left at 9 was critical. That pick by the Giants and that pick by the Raiders was just huge. Having Oliver drop to us.
Well, he's 6'1". He's a little smaller, but he needs to play the 3 gap. He can also play end. And they said that McDermott was studying him very closely at the Senior Bowl. Actually, almost got run over by him.
Yeah, I saw that. I think the thing with him is this regime, as we know, they're big on character guys, all for the team, etc. And he had a couple of small incidents. So I bet you the Bills spent a lot of time thinking about this.
Well, they do. They
and
that stuff out. They do their due diligence.
We thought almost from the beginning, I know we've talked about Oliver, I think Oliver's the guy they want. And if he's the guy they want, they're not trading back.
No.
You don't pass up who you want.
No, and impact players, this guy could be an impact player. He's a 3-down defensive tackle, so this could be huge for the Bills here.
I said it yesterday, it was a 3 technique, which means he's, he's going to rush the passer. You got Latuate tying up the guard and
well, like
the center.
Bill Polian said, the quarterback's most important position. The other
Miller wants to know if Sabella is still available.
Sabella is on the list. We'll get to Sabella.
I'm not sure if I know who that is, but
it's a long story. He's a Buff State lacrosse player.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's going to be drafted, sure.
Napoleon, you say the quarterback's the top position, and then of course someone to disrupt their quarterback. Right. And if that guy can do it from closer to the quarterback like a tackle, better yet. So
well, like I said yesterday, it's like a Jeff Wright. Jeff Wright had a lot of sacks. In fact, he broke Dan Marino's sack streak. Now I've got that picture in my man cave with him sacking him on the 1-yard line because
it
drove us nuts.
They are telling me that the pick is in, but the Bills are fielding an offer of some sort. So
wow,
we'll have to wait and see here.
Wow, see, Tommy, he's connected. He's been retired longer, so
well, my hearing is
he's got the connection. Now me, I'm only retired 9 months, so I don't have the connections like the shoe shine guy.
No, and so we should see. I mean, we should be hearing something pretty soon.
Well,
the Sabella comment was a Buff State lacrosse player who I think he played on the Rainy Mirrors over there at lacrosse at Buff State, Bengal.
You know what? We I think we've got it covered both ways. We take Eddie Oliver if that's the guy they've been wanting, or they're fielding that 13 with Miami. And then we still got offensive tackles out there. We got a lot of things to play with.
Right. So I think the Bills.
In, but they're on commercial.
There's a commercial. We're being told that they're on commercial, of course. Then we'll come back and rehab the New York Jets picks. But
yeah, they're talking about the Giants and Jets because there's nobody bought that. And Timmy, I don't care that you're in that cesspool. Okay. Well, you're close to that cesspool. I think you're in New Jersey.
Sabella, it's a funny story. We could get into one of our later shows with Sabella, but
yeah,
he was a good player for Buff State, number 15.
Yeah.
Buff State Bengals.
I'm kind of sick of the whole Buff State thing. I went to UB.
Right.
So
it's a local school too.
Tommy John Mullen went to UB too. We
got Bengals here.
You don't want to hear about
our
Buff State.
intern, my son Ryan, are all Buff State. So are we back from commercial? Are we hearing anything?
Guys coming out for beer, for Christ's sake, right in the middle of my live.
Beer, there's bottle caps being opened.
Oh, look at that was Tom Mullen. He was supposed to be on our show, but he's camera shy. Now he goes cross against beer. We see his back. But anyway.
Terrified. He's a nervous wreck for the draft. Are you any ladies out there watching? Give us a message on the bottom there.
Yeah.
What do you ladies think?
Oh.
I asked my wife earlier, and she said she could give 2.
Oh, 2. You know what?
Right.
Don't forget though, Benny Hanna is still on the board. Now he played in that Japanese league, and he's got some long arms.
Well, he is.
He's a tall,
arms
big kid.
are big in the sport.
Defensive end. He's got the wingspan.
He's walking up.
He's walking up.
He's walking up. The commissioner's walking up. We can't see it.
Our technology in the production studio here is kind of bad, but you gotta love our
monitors haven't been hooked up, but we are under the palm tree.
Yeah, so it's pretty nice.
Thank you, National Grid. But
Ed Oliver.
Ed Oliver, baby. The Bills take Oliver.
Sammy
came through again.
The new
What?
tradition here on Straight from the Hip, we don't have a cabbie or an Uber driver, but we do have the shoe shiner.
Yeah.
And he came through again. God bless him. I'm glad I went over there yesterday.
Yeah.
He was super swamped, wrecked a good pair of Crocs, but life rolls on. You know
My
what I'm saying?
question is, what were you doing at the train station?
That's why I had to see Sammy.
Oh,
That's where he works.
You know Sammy?
Well, I've seen him before and stuff. And like I
Oh.
said, my brother used to be one of the chief detectives with Chickawaga Police. And
Okay.
like I said, you want to solve a crime, you find a shoe
You
shiner.
find the shoe shine guy, yeah.
You know, and they know everything, but they don't want to give it up. But you show them a fin, maybe a 10,
You said 20.
they start spitting.
At 20.
Well,
So,
crimes. I'm talking
oh,
draft.
for crimes. All right, draft is more. So anyway, guys, this is exciting. We got our 3 technique linemen. And you know, we still got the 40th pick of the draft, where we may be looking at that Keneal Harris, the wide receiver, or
By the
lineman.
way, I got a little trivia for you with him. He's
Yeah.
an Arizona State Sun Devil, and was a Bills draft pick back quite a few years.
J.D. Hill.
J.D. Hill
That's right.
was another great wide receiver.
You can't quiz me. Just don't quiz.
No, I won't try
It's ridiculous.
to. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
No, all kidding aside, I tell you, this Tommy Mullen, he's. What do you say? You have something about useless information?
Yes, I'm a plethora of useless information.
Okay.
Most of the stuff I know would get me nowhere.
True.
They'd never ask me that on The Price is Right or, you know, let's
But he
make a
knows
deal
draft
or-
picks, and it's good.
What's
Wait,
the show with the guy that's a nervous wreck about germs?
I don't
That,
know.
of course, there's no questions in that. That's just picking numbers.
I know.
The suitcases.
Oh yeah.
How to man down.
How to be a millionaire.
Yeah, so I always pick the wrong suitcase.
So this is really exciting. I know that Howard Simon's going to be ballistic because we didn't pick an offensive player. However, you got to understand,
I just want to
Hawkinson was
know,
gone.
seriously though, if any other shows got the inside scoop.
No, I don't
remember
believe
Chris
they did.
Berman used to get the call from the cabbie.
No.
But
We got it. You got it. And I know he's upset. He wanted it, but think about it. Metcalf would have been a reach.
by the way, I started
Hawkinson's gone.
69, all the calls for the charities. Just last time of night I get them. So I start 69 them and then double pounded the other ones.
So nobody's getting thrown.
So the only one I got was Sammy. Gave him the number.
That's so nice.
And
Yeah. Okay. Enough about Sammy. Can we talk?
I'm just pretty excited about Sammy.
I see that. Yeah. What are you going to visit tomorrow? Give him another
Oh,
20?
I just might stop over there.
Yeah. Well, maybe you could
We
tell
got an
us.
NHL draft coming up.
Maybe you could tell us tomorrow.
And a lot of those guys come by train.
I don't think so. Listen,
He does shift around there. He does locate. You know,
I think that I think maybe tomorrow we go over to the Depew train station, which is more like a garage, and we see if Sammy's there and see if what he's looking at 40. You know?
well, we could also have him. Maybe I could have him give me a call. He
That's true.
Pressure
He's
made
gonna
us.
want, he wants another $20. Though.
Well, he might, and we'll see what limits we have here on the show. But
Well, I'll tell you what, Tommy, this is exciting. I think we all started out before free agency thinking we got to get help for Josh Allen. I think we got enough help for Josh Allen, and this is a pick that is going to do a lot for us. There was a lot of talk about Christian Wilkins from Clemson. The one thing, the worry I had with Wilkins was that all I talked about is motor. He's got a great motor. He's got a great motor. He's got a great attitude. I never heard about what a great athlete he was, or what he really did on the football field. So at this point, I'm pretty excited about Oliver.
yeah, I think it's.
Wait,
a nice
everybody
pick.
who's texting me, please stop texting me because we're getting bottle caps.
I
Okay.
keep looking and think something's coming through the roof here. But we'll try to get to all your letters and calls and wires and stuff. But I like the pick too. Do you remember the last Houston player we had here was the big guy Marion Williams, right?
Marion.
And Manny Lawson.
Yeah.
And then of course the huge mistake from Houston. If you remember that, we traded back into the first round for this guy. Do you remember?
All right, hold on. Give me a second.
You said I don't quiz me, so I just thought I'd throw it in.
So you basically want to embarrass me on
Well,
this.
I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Yeah, it's the
I actually bought his mini helmet. What a huge mistake that
not
was.
Troop, the guy we moved up to 25, the defensive tackle.
Yes.
John.
You're very good.
Johnny. I'm sorry. What's that? McCargo.
The problem with him, though, remember the Bills were switching their D's around. He played at like 260.
Mm-hmm.
They bulked him up to 320.
Yep.
I know personally, bulking up does me no good.
Well, I was born at 185
The
pounds.
problem is I can't debulk. But then they brought him down. He was up and down and up and down. Now he's out of football.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's think positive about Eddie Oliver.
Mm-hmm. He's
He's got a horse named Oreo. You gotta be kidding me.
Tommy, good one on that. I had no idea about the horse and Oreo and the bobblehead. I had no idea.
I'm all over that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Do a little research.
You are good. Well, listen, I don't know. You want to talk a little bit more, but that was it. That was the pick.
That was pretty much the pick. No, I think we're good.
Want to thank everybody. Tim Miller, thank you again for giving us this idea of Facebook Live, and for anybody who's watching us, we appreciate it.
You
And,
guys enjoyed it?
We are going to throw this on, for those that didn't get on live, we're going to throw this up tomorrow on the YouTube channel.
And please, I got another complaint about the 4K. Don't watch. If you have small animals in the house, especially like parrots, don't let them get near the screen with the 4K. I guess a parrot fell right off his perch.
Looking at us?
I don't know what it was.